Hey, I'm Elizabeth.
And I'm Stacy, the registered dietitian at Eating for Me.
We usually only have Stacy at the end of the month to wrap up the recipes we've had, but we're lucky this week and for next week's video too. We have her walking us through it while we're talking about how to fix these recipes. So we're really excited about that. And Mexican is one of my favorite types of food to eat. So this week and next week we're talking about two Mexican dishes. So I hope you like Mexican. But one of the ways we fixed a healthified version of a Mexican meal, Stacy pointed me in the direction of a recipe for green chili smothered chicken. So basically the way we fixed it, we just put a green chili on top of the chicken and then covered it with some cheese, put it in the oven and baked it for as long as it said. And I'll put those details up here so in case you want to try this recipe, you'll know exactly how to make it. But it was super simple to make and it was really good. And it came out, it had a little bit of spice to it because of the green chili. That's why I think of Mexican when I think of eating that. But really, even if you don't like Mexican, it's not necessarily a Mexican dish.
So, well, first of all, using chicken, it's the white meat chicken, it's a skinless chicken breast, so again, that's going to be your leanest type of meat that you can cook. And then by baking it, that's one of the healthiest cooking options that you have. So right there, you're off to a good start. You use the 2% cheese, so again, it's trying to cut out that saturated fat and some of that cholesterol by choosing 2% cheese rather than going for just a whole fat, whole milk cheese. And then the chilies to add some flavor and some spice. That's a good way to spice it up. And then your recipe called for a reduced sodium taco seasoning, and so instead of using that, you could actually make something like a taco seasoning with oregano, cumin, and some chili powder, and you can kind of spice it up yourself and use as much of the ingredients as you want as per taste. But by choosing a reduced sodium taco seasoning, you're cutting out 25% less sodium than the original. So it doesn't mean that it's a low sodium taco seasoning, it just means it's 25% less than the original. But still, it's a better choice than going for the full sodium seasoning.
Okay. Well, the chicken itself turned out really good, and alongside of the chicken, we served just a vegetable medley. We had some zucchini, asparagus, broccoli. Just kind of put all that stuff in a pan, and we poured a little bit of herb and garlic marinade over it just to give it a little bit more taste when we put it in the skillet, and then put the lid on it and let it cook that way for a little bit. So how was that as far as cooking it?
Yeah, sounds great. Just sauteing it is one of the best ways to cook your veggies. If you boil them, you want to boil them with the lid on it to help lock in the nutrients, but if you're just sauteing them in the skillet with a little bit of oil, then that's great. Just using olive oil, canola oil. But use the marinade instead too, so that would be fine. Just again, moderation with the marinade, because a lot of the marinades can have a lot of calories in them. So going with whatever the serving size is, or maybe a little bit less, just to prevent from adding too many extra calories. But overall, the vegetable medley is a great side dish.
Okay. We hope you enjoy this dish, and if you like Mexican, be on the lookout because next week's recipe too is also a Mexican dish that was one of the best things we've ever fixed. So I'm excited to tell you about that next week. And if Mexican's not your favorite, we want to know what is. Tell us what you want us to healthify, and we'd be happy to do it. So until next time, cheers.